I want to report on a very important study from 2016 by Fiorella and Mayer. Here's the reference down here. Now, so what they looked at is learning from videos. Now, so Mayer's work, he measures learning in two ways. Recall, so there's a recall test after the video, and transfer. So recall is just simply that, it's memory of things that are covered specifically in the video, whereas transfer is being able to apply the knowledge in novel situations. So Fiorella and Mayer propose that the transfer is a more valid test because it means that the students really understand the information. So they looked at 4 different video styles and they measured how was there a difference in the different video styles on transfer or understanding. So what did they look at? The first one was static images. So you could imagine that's similar to like a PowerPoint screencast where you've got a voiceover narration but the images are already drawn, so they're pre-drawn images. And then the next one that they looked at was like a Khan Academy style, where you've got images being drawn in real time, or diagrams being drawn in real time, but the hand and the body of the instructor are not visible. So we'll call that one the Khan style. Okay, so there's drawing, but no instructor visible. The third type that they looked at was with like a top-down camera, like a document camera. So with this one, it's drawing in real time and the instructor's hands are visible. Now the final was just simply the instructor teaching at a whiteboard, drawing and writing. Now of course you imagine, because it's on a whiteboard, so the instructor was kind of having to look at the whiteboard, turn around, so you kind of saw a lot of the instructor's back, which is something we kind of need to keep in mind. So just simply the whiteboard. So the instructor is visible and the instructor's writing and drawing in real time. Okay, so what did they find in terms of transfer? They found that the static images were the least effective. In other words, all 3 of these where the instructor is writing or drawing in real time, the learning or the understanding was better than when the images were pre-drawn. Why is that? Well, it's possibly because when the instructor is writing and drawing in real time, as they narrate, well, it's going a bit slower and it probably reduces the cognitive load associated with it because the teacher is building the content as they go. It's not as though it's an overload of information from the start. So that one was the least effective, the static images. The second least effective was actually the Khan style. In other words, drawing and writing in real time, but when there was no instructor visible. So that leaves the top-down camera and the whiteboard, and the whiteboard were the 2 most effective. So in other words, they found that when the instructor is observed writing and drawing in real time, it's more effective than the Khan style, where even though they're writing and drawing in real time, the instructor's not visible. Why would that be the case? Well, it's possibly due to imitation and demonstration. So we've evolved to learn from other people, from demonstration and imitating other people. So if you imagine if you're working through a maths problem or balancing an equation or demonstrating how to draw a graph or to triangulate a map, well, actually being able to see the instructor's hands is very, very important. So the last question then was, which one was most effective out of just seeing the instructor's hands and seeing the whole of the instructor's body? Well, it turned out that in this particular study, under the laboratory conditions, they found that the top-down camera, where it's just the instructor's hand, was more effective for understanding than observing the instructor at the whiteboard. Now let's consider a few things here. The participants in this study didn't have any teaching relationship with the instructor. So seeing the instructor's face and body may not have been as important in this situation as it might be in a classroom. We just don't know because it hasn't been done. The other thing though, of course, is let's compare a whiteboard where, you know what it's like in a classroom where you're sort of writing on the whiteboard and you're kind of looking back like this, and the students are seeing you back a lot of the time. Well, that's quite different to the light board where you're always facing the students. So this study didn't look at the light board. It hasn't been done as yet, and I'm excited about the possibilities of where the light board might fit in, because it is writing and drawing in real time. The hands of the instructor are visible, and perhaps it will perform better than the whiteboard. So, summary, video styles where you can see the instructor writing and drawing in real time are more effective than static images, according to this study. And seeing the instructor's hand and or body are more effective than the writing and drawing in real time where you can't see the instructor's hand, i.e. Khan Academy style. And in this particular study, just the hands were very, very effective, the most effective. Document camera is a nice, easy way of making videos. You don't need an elaborate setup like this, and this study suggests that it's really effective. We need to look at how students respond to Lightboard. I think that's really the next question. And of course, the other question is, how does this translate in an actual classroom where the teacher knows where the students know the teacher? So still some unanswered questions, but a really valuable study by Fiorella and Mayer.